It's time for the Artie Show! And now your host, Artie Romero!
So, Umi, tell me what makes this place so special. Why is everybody coming to the store, and why have you been able to succeed in a time when so many businesses are struggling?
Yeah, that's an interesting question, Artie. I don't have an absolute answer, but what I think I can tell you is that it's made up of several components. One, clearly, is the quality of coffee that we roast. We roast the top 1% grade of coffee that we can in the world, the very best that we can get our hands on. The second piece to that is that our customer service is second to none. We make sure that everybody is greeted coming in the door and leaving the door as much as possible. And the third piece simply is the staff here is phenomenal.
And how long have you been in business now?
Pushing 8 years. It was April 1st, 2011.
And what's your primary business?
Primary business is roasting the very best coffee we can get our hands on. We wholesale about half of what we do and retail the other half out of the storefront.
So can you tell us really why your beans are different from what you get, down the street at one of those chain places?
Sure. I think it's how we source. Our profile is very different. It's very clean coffee, has a very specific profile, meaning that we roast coffee that we love to drink, and we can drink cup after cup and never get sick of it.
That's great. That's great. And can you tell us a little bit about the air roasting? Not too many places use that.
Yeah, air roasting is about 40 years old now, and it's since its inception in 1965, patented by Michael Sivitz. This guy has been around the world in coffee, literally. Graduated from MIT in 1951, went to work for all the major coffee companies sort of successively. Is literally the guy who invented freeze-dried coffee, and in 1965 created and patented the air roasting or fluid bed roasting method for coffee. 1975, he started production of these roasters, and they roast through convected hot air as opposed to a hot steel drum. And the number one quality of the air roaster is that we can remove the chaff or remaining pulp from the cherry off the seed of the coffee bean. So
what you're saying is the shell of the bean doesn't end up in the grind.
Exactly. So immediately, once the heat is applied to the coffee, it starts to expand, and that bean sloughs off that chaff, and it floats literally out of the roasting chamber and is captured in a container outside of the roaster.
Why do you think it is that most roasters don't use the air roast method? Is there any reason? Do they just not know about it? Do they not understand why it's so much better? Or what's the deal?
I think one is exposure. A lot of roasters don't recognize that there is such a method. They've only been exposed to the barrel roasting method, and that's what they know. Another small percentage, or maybe even a larger percentage, believe that barrel roasting is a traditional and more authentic method of roasting coffee. And I think the other component is that people that roast in barrel roasters aren't able to make that transition easily. They're sort of captured in their old ways.
Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to us today.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
All right. Enjoy the coffee.
Thank you.